Previously on 58 Keys, I've recommended a whole series really of hardware devices you can buy for Christmas, from the Mac Mini to AirTag holders, and not only is that 58 Keys episode still available right now, it is itself the perfect gift to send to anyone asking you what you want for Christmas. Anyone with a budget. Christmas or the holiday season, at any point. I mean, you say, oh, actually, play the video in the background at parties. That'd be weird. Anyway, as well as that video, maybe play people this one. This is the software version. This is about apps for writers for Christmas. But just really as in that other video, let's be really clear here, you and me. This isn't some happy guide for what you can buy other people in your life. This is for you. This is what you can buy for yourself for Christmas. Although if those lovely, wonderful, exciting friends and family want to treat you to anything, hello, I'm William Gallagher, and this is 58 Keys, which as ever, as always, is for writers like you and me who write on Macs and iPhones and iPads, except for the Monday workshop writing videos that are just for all writers, but that's not this. Do subscribe because we have so much to talk about, starting actually with quite a lot in a little thing called Setup. Rather than one app that I want to recommend you, Setup is a collection of something more than 200 full Mac apps. For a monthly subscription that starts at $10, you get all of them, all of the 200 plus, all of them, all of the time. It's particularly handy when there's an app that, it does exactly what you need right now, but you're not going to use it again for a year, if ever, for it's great for that. Apparently, don't quote me, I'm not 100% certain, I believe I've got this right. Most Setup subscribers reportedly use something like 7 of the 200 apps available to them. I use 8 regularly, some more on occasion. And actually, just in checking out those figures for you, I found one that I've been meaning to try for ages, so thank you. Rather than Setup's catalogue, let me just leave it with this. There's a lot there, okay? And actually, as we rattle through my other more specific recommendations for apps for you as a writer, I'll tell you if they are also available on Setup even. But for now, I said that Setup was from $10 a month. The price goes up depending on whether you want to use it on more than one Mac. For example, I have it on my MacBook Pro and on my Office Mac Mini. Next, I can't make writer Christmas app recommendations without at least some of them being, directly for writing in. I mean, what else do we do? I know you've got Pages, because that's already free, or if you haven't got it already installed on your Mac, your iPhone and the iPad, it's free to download from the App Store. And I'm not going to spoil the Christmassy mood by mentioning Microsoft Word and its crashes and its recovered documents, but there are plenty of others. Actually, as you're going to see, sorry to say this, it's not yet out. A future 58 Keys is going to cover Ulysses. Ulysses is a single app in which you write everything. Rather than, opening and saving documents, you just make more sheets in Ulysses and you write in those. And then later you take 20 of those sheets and you make a book out of it. Anything. 10 sheets to make a research paper. 6 sheets to the wind. Ulysses, which I am recommending, is a subscription app that costs $40 a year, and actually it's one of those included in Setup. In my opinion, it's the best of the dozen or so writing apps, something like that are on Setup. And I used to live in Ulysses, but I did move on. I moved to Drafts 5. Might mention that later. Drafts 5 is not in Setup. You get it from the Mac App Store. Actually, let's mention it now. It costs about £18 a year for me. Drafts that subscription gets you the Mac, the iPhone, and the iPad versions of Drafts. And well, the thing with Drafts is that I'm going off on one here, but I love Drafts. It's quick to start. So you have an idea, you have half a thought. You pick up Drafts on your iPhone and it is just waiting for you there. There's a blank page. There's no create a new document, save this name, just write. And then you put the phone down and, you think of something else. You pick Drafts back up and you can just add it to that last thing if you like. But really, what Drafts is expecting is something new. So without you doing anything else, you met with a new blank page and everything is saved away. What I should say, I suppose, about Drafts and being complete is it's actually replete with actions, as they're called. You write text in Drafts and then decide well, this text should be emailed to somebody. That one should go to your blog. This one is a quick thing that should go in your to-do app. I don't use those actions remotely enough, and yet I still find Drafts 5 worth it. And partly because of this. On the iPhone and the iPad, but especially the iPhone and some less so on the Mac, I just enjoy writing in drafts. Can't justify that, can't explain it, I just do. So drafts, Ulysses and drafts, more recommendations. Why not? I also enjoy writing in Omni Outliner. Relish it, really. In fact, actually, I'm surprised I do, because the name includes the word outliner, doesn't it? Omni Outliner, you can spot it in there. And whatever reason, I'm just never going to be someone who outlines much. And yet I use Omni Outliner, I want to say every day. Would that be an exaggeration? I don't think it would. Yeah, every day. I use it to plan out things, ideas, events, workshops, articles, sometimes. And actually, well, I have little clue, really, why I do this. I write 58 Keys videos in Omni Outliner. I mean, I suppose what it does is it lets me jot down, these are things I must talk about. And then I fiddle around a bit, drag this up and down, see what do I think is the best order. Omni Outliner is on Mac, and then jointly there's an app that's on the iPhone and the iPad, and both of those, they come in two flavours, an Essentials and a Pro version. There's actually a pretty generous trial version on all of these, and when you buy, it costs from £20 or $20 for the Mac version, and then $20 or £20 straight for the joint iPad, iPhone one. While I'm at it, actually, let me tell you this. This is why I even tried Omni Outliner when I'm not an outlining sort, unless I'm required to. It's because I first found the company's OmniFocus to-do app, and I love and adore that so much. I went off to explore what else does this firm do. Downloaded the trial of Omni Outliner, and I think, do you get a couple of weeks with it? Don't know. I bought it before the end of the same day. There's another app that I don't think you would necessarily think of trying either. I mean, unless you're showing it like I was. I'm not sure why this is, but Hookmark. It's like this mystery at first, and then it's this absolute essential. After you and I talk, for example, I'm working on a magazine, and that means what? Well, obviously I have notes, I've been thinking about it, I have folders full of article text, I've other folders full of images and things. Obviously, I've got emails from the client with important points I've got to address. And actually, lastly, I'm laying out the whole magazine in Affinity Publisher. Whatever app I'm in right now, so Publisher, Apple Notes, Apple Emails, the Finder, whatever article folder I'm in, whatever folder of any kind, whatever bit of the job I'm in, I can press a couple of keys and be in a different app, a different folder. Think of something you need, like a question from the client, a question the client asked that you now know the answer to. You can finally answer it. Well, boom, within a keystroke, you are in their email and you are replying to them. Hookmark lets you gather up together everything you need for a particular job and then have it all available to you in a moment. It's like there's no thinking after that. There's no stopping, just, oh, I need this. There I am. I'm doing it. It's under my fingers. It's ready. And it's not like, I'm not saying I can jump from Affinity Publisher to the image folder. The truth is I can jump from the image folder to Affinity Publisher to the articles. I can jump from the articles to the emails, everything back and forth, any which way I need. Love Hookmark. It costs from $30 direct from the developer, and actually it's in setup too. Do you know, I wasn't planning to do this, but I just mentioned Affinity Publisher to there. It's a bit specific, a bit niche, maybe. I mean, but it's just you and me. Let's add it to the list of recommendations. Slip one in. Crazy. Forget plans and stuff. Right, you have to be laying out magazines or designing books or something. But if you are, Affinity Publisher, it's one of those apps that is just simply delicious. You realise that you need to do something, and then you see, oh, it does it. You see, actually, it does it really well. You see, it does it pretty easily as well. Affinity Publisher is a marvellous app. I must lay out half a dozen magazines every year, and each time I learn something new in Affinity Publisher. Each time, actually, I come away appreciating that app even more. Affinity Publisher is a one-time purchase from the developer Serif, and it costs, it'll be £68 or Yeah, I remember £68 or $70 for the Mac. It's like £18 or $18.50, an odd figure like that for the iPad version. Back to what I planned, right? This one I next planned, this is, well, it's a bit like Hookmark, really, in that it's something you work at on your Mac. And so it's not only for writers, but I think it's particularly good for us. And it's called Default Folder X. It's quite possible. It's one of the apps that I will never shut up about. But let me try to briefly do something and then shut up. So here I am in Pages, right? And I want to save the new chapter of my novel somewhere. It's going to be a longer chapter later, I promise. This is what you're used to in Pages, and actually, even if you don't use Pages, you recognize this because it's the same as every other Mac, except Pages and all other Mac apps change when you have Default Folder X running. And instead of the way you recognize a save dialog box, it now looks like this. From within that box, I can instantly jump to recent folders and go to favorite folders. I can drill down through my entire Mac's storage to find the right spot to save the document. Every Mac app gains this way to save, and every Mac app gains this way to open documents too. Can't be without it. Default Folder X costs $40 direct from the developer. Running through these now. Next on the list, that's kind of help us work rather than necessarily being about writing per se. I've got to tell you again, I think, about Hazel. If I download my latest bank statement, for example, or it down as a PDF, and it's probably got some indecipherable name, but if I set this up right, Hazel can spot when the PDF has been downloaded. It can read the contents of the PDF to pick out that it's a statement dated December 2024. It can rename the PDF to something sane like business account statement December 2024. I mean, boring, but readable. And it can move the file into where I keep all my financial stuff, the folder where all my finances are. And all of it automatically, all of it instantly. Move files, rename them, use them. Hazel is a reason to buy a Mac, and it costs $42. And do you know, I don't use it enough. It's another one where I'm really, really happy with Hazel, but yet there's so much more that I could be using it for. The thing with Hazel is you set it up once to do things, and then you never give it a thought again because it just does it. Keeps doing all this stuff for you forever. So actually, thank you for putting it back in my head. I will explore it myself some more. Maybe over Christmas break, I'll have a fiddle. And now, the last Christmas recommendation I've got for you and me as writers. It's got to be a writing app, hasn't it? Got to be. And I think that means it's got to be Scrivener. Scrivener is a word processor that's meant for long documents, books, I suppose. But in the one document, you can have draft chapters next to your research. You can drag in a PDF and keep it there. You can collect up websites, write notes, and know that all of this is always there when you open up your book to write in, but it's just for you. And then there's a text you send out to people. Or actually, in the writing bit of the text to send out to people, Scrivener can show me chapter 4 on the right. Why did I do the top? You can do top or bottom, left or right, chapter 4, chapter 11, chapter 3, chapter whatever. It also, lets me drag rubbish chapter 4 to a kind of reject folder. Great, lets me do that far too easily. Scrivener hasn't been updated, I should say, has been updated in a very long time, many years now. And there are also sections towards the end when you finish up that, it takes some getting used to. But for writing in, for actually getting the words down, Scrivener is superb. All of it's superb. Actually, I tell you what, every time there's a 58 Keys live writing sprint for Patreon members, I'm here writing away, and I'm writing in Scrivener. It's also got I think, a particularly generous trial period. So maybe while I'm fiddling with Hazel, you could try it with Scrivener over Christmas. Scrivener costs $60 for the Mac, and you get it from the Mac App Store, I think straight from the developer as well. And there's a very good iPad version for $24. Such a bargain. So that's Scrivener, Hazel, Default Folder X, Cuddly Toy, Affinity Publisher, Hookmark, Omni Outline, or OmniFocus slipped in there a bit, Drafts, Ulysses, and Setup. Okay, every single one of which I've bought, and every one except Ulysses I use constantly. Yeah, there's a story about Ulysses, but I will let 58 Keys Patreon members Leopold Green and Stuart Bilston tell you all about that and where I'm going wrong in another 58 Keys video, which is coming very soon. In the meantime, though, that's it for this edition of 58 keys. Do you remember the 58 keys writing workshop videos that come out every Monday? But otherwise, take care of yourself, eh? Thank you for watching. Write more, and I'll see you soon.